What's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
And we're here for something a little different. Joe, Ikoria was a while ago. Why are you here for this? Well, it's because it's not just me, and it's not just Amy. We have a special guest with us today, and with the COVID times being what they were, we didn't have the opportunity to do this before now. So, with apologies to him, I will introduce to you Dave.
Do you know how long I waited with these packs specifically to open them here on Geek for All?
Which we are super grateful for, but also we were all locked away for quite some time.
That monster taunted me from where I keep unopened packs in my house forever, and went, "Hey man, just one, just open just one."
And I mean, honestly, the fact that you could sit there and have this supercharged booster experience just staring you in the face and you did nothing with it, that just shows what kind of a man you are. And we appreciate it greatly that you were able to wait and join us for such a thing.
One with disposable income and a fandom of my friend's YouTube channel.
So for this particular video, these 3 packs will be mine. These 4 packs will be Dave's. And then the supercharged booster experience will be Amy's. So I'm going to...
We'll give a story about the supercharged booster experience for Amy's later. Because there's a reason why all of these are loose packs. And that one is in the, hey, I bought this from Big Box Store plastic.
Yeah.
And first of all, can we just say... Eat it, people who steal packs from the stores that made sure that they had to be in those packaging.
There you go.
First of all.
There you go.
But yeah.
How controversial of you, Dave.
How dare you steal a children's card?
So, obviously, they're all going to be Gem Razor packs. But hey, it's a Gem Razor pack. I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to see what's inside. And I'm excited to see what cards Dave gets. Ooh. That is gorgeous.
Oh, we can stop opening here. I'm already hammered. The rest of the can go in the trash.
That background is gorgeous in foil. What the hell? Wow. I actually don't remember if these are double-sided tokens or not, so let's find out. There's a Blossoming Sands. Hey, it is a double-sided token. What's up, Human Soldier? How you doing?
1/1 vanilla human soldier.
That's
the backbone of so many decks that say I tap and.
The armor on him looks sweet, like on his legs and the shoulder piece. That looks awesome. I like that a lot. Okay, so there's your double-sided token. You've got a Blossoming Sands. Seriously though.
Whoa.
These goddamn foils. Oh my god.
Are all of the cards in collector's boosters in foil?
I believe some of the alt art ones are not, because if they're like borderless, yeah, exactly. So that they're all special in some way. Yes.
You've received enough ooh and
You have a durable coil bug.
Yeah.
I don't love this card's playability, but it looks cool.
It doesn't look like a coil.
I mean,
it's just a bug.
It could coil. It just isn't currently coiling, I suppose.
I feel like any bug could coil. Doesn't mean it gets the name coil bug. Unless it already looks like a coil.
You hear that? Anthropology? Is that the study of insects?
No.
No, you're thinking of arthropods.
Yeah. Take that, scientists.
Okay. We fixed our lighting a little bit. That was on me. Sorry, everybody. Okay. Thank you, Amy, for the assistance.
No problem.
Okay. So that's the durable coil bug. Ooh. Wow.
Wow. Dave.
Holy crap. That is gorgeous.
I believe that is a card that in the Godzilla style of the printing would be Mothra's
that is correct.
Cocoon.
That is correct.
If it were a Japanese pack.
It's gorgeous.
And then subsequently.
Yeah. That is incredible. The egg looks insanely good in foil.
Yeah.
Wow. Then we have a Dreamtail Heron. Quite a good card.
So many times putting that in a deck in Arena, and then regretting it, never.
It's very good. It's an elemental bird, and you get to mutate it onto things. Really, really cool. Okay. A Valiant Rescuer. Very annoying card in the cycling deck that was very prevalent in this limited format. Because every time you cycled a card, you would get one of those 1/1 humans that we saw earlier in the pack. And it's a 3/1, so it could trade up very easily. It could also trade down very easily, but, regardless. So here's a Valiant Rescuer, which, by the way, I have to say, the number of times I saw this art and for some reason didn't understand why the dude who is pictured on this card was carrying away a very oddly proportioned dinosaur. Because it just looks like the dino head is on the body that he's got slung over his shoulders. Like that's what it looked like to me. And I'm like, why is this dinosaur's body so little if its head is so massive?
They valiantly tried to save the dinosaurs. Unfortunately, was not met with much success.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for all the chicken.
Ooh, very nice looking one. Blitz of the Thunder Raptor. So the reason that this one looks so cool is because the art of that big creature there is the character of Vadrock, Apex of Thunder. So very, very cool. And then there's this little character that I'm sure Amy loves.
It's one of my cuties.
Yeah, that's being chased to be eaten. So.
Yeah, but he won't catch him.
Oh, he won't?
No.
No?
What do either of you know what that creature is?
Which one? The little thing?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever seen it before.
Because are they not like the Magic the Gathering equivalency of voles?
Voles, maybe.
A billion of them, and they are nature's candy bar.
Yeah, I was going to say, it reminds me of Porgs from the newest trilogy of Star Wars. Behind the Blitz, a foil mountain. Okay. Actually looks kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Foil
Set
basics.
of those, then I'm going to make the artist sign them.
There you go. That would be awesome.
Very nice.
Oh, God.
I have a deck of 50 of these. Do you prefer if I stay here to sign them?
Ooh, okay. You have... Isn't this... Oh. I was like, isn't this just a regular card? But it's from Commander. So you wouldn't be able to open this in Ikoria, but you would have been able to open it in the Ikoria Commander set that was released. So this is a Sawtusk Demolisher.
Okay.
So it is an Ikoria card. It's just an Ikoria Commander card that you are now able to open in collector boosters as well.
So, but a commander for a 6-drop seems a bit high.
Well, it's not your commander. Sorry, it's from the commander deck, and it can mutate for 4. Its mutate cost is 3 and a green.
Okay.
So, and when it mutates, you can destroy a non-creature permanent, and its controller gets a 3/3 beast.
I was going to say, man,
Yeah.
people not like to make you pay 6, 12, 18, 24, 36.
It's Kogla.
You mean King not... can't finish a sentence, gonna get sued. Kogla!
Yeah. King, we didn't get this IP, the Titan Ape. Kogla the Titan Ape in the borderless variant. Very, very cool. This is a great card, by the way. Very, very good.
Such a good card.
Yeah.
So many times playing it, and then regardless, people are going to spend so much time focusing on that, they're not going to focus on your Sawtusk Demolisher.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely correct. Behind Kogla, ooh, nice. A foil rare Genesis Ultimatum.
That's really beautiful.
I know you love this art too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. You can see that okay, right?
This exact scene is actually from the Star Trek movie, the Genesis gun. This is before the scene where William Shatner famously shouted, "Con!"
Yeah, the very, very awesome picture for this Genesis Ultimatum. Ooh, then we get the comic alt arts that are just so my bag. And we start with a Huntmaster Liger.
Nice.
Love it.
It's
so good looking. Yes, it is a cat.
Savannah will be very happy.
Yes, exactly. Then we have a Boneyard Lurker.
Nice.
It's a nightmare beast.
It looks like a spider.
Kind of. It's got a lot of eyes, that's for damn sure. And a lot of horns, too, that could look like the spider legs. So, yeah. A spider...
Those are horns.
Yeah, a spider went onto its back onto the top of this thing's head, flipped onto its back and died, and that's the legs or the horns now.
It's not dead.
Oh, okay, my mistake.
Nature will find a way.
Thank you. You get a Rogrin Triome
Whoa.
in the alt art borderless.
That's so pretty.
Well, looks like we're drafting in blue, red, and white all at once.
Which is the Vadrock colors. Vadrock is those 3 colors, so there you go. You already have the Blitz and the Thunder Raptor with Vadrock on it. Behind the Rogrin Triome, Dave, it's Baby Godzilla!
All right. Our first Godzilla card, and we're gonna go into each of the Godzilla creatures just for a moment.
Please do. I would love to know as much about it as possible.
A little bit of context. Baby Godzilla is actually from the Heisei era of Godzilla films under many different names. Little Godzilla, Godzilla Jr., subsequently then was just called Godzilla. Has fought many of Godzilla's enemies and appeared in a bunch of movies. But let me see, did this thing that I pulled up have the bum ba bum bum bum? Of course it didn't. It first appeared in the 1993 Godzilla film Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2.
Wow.
And then it returned in the subsequent as Little Godzilla in the 1994 film Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. And then again in 1995 because, couldn't sell enough of those Baby Godzilla toys. In Godzilla vs. Destroya. All hopefully creatures we will see later in these pack openings.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, Baby Godzilla, the offspring of Godzilla.
And it literally, its name is Baby Godzilla Ruin Reborn. So there you go. I love how you talked about the Baby Godzilla toys. I love how if you look at its knees, it looks like it's just an action figure with the posable knees.
Definitely modeled well after the suit that the actor would wear as Baby Godzilla.
Sure.
And then subsequently just jump around in. If you see any of the movies Baby Godzilla is in, that's pretty much his natural state of being is candy.
Yeah, meanwhile, the person in the suit's going, oxygen.
Oxygen. Suit heavy.
Well, that's really cool. So if you didn't get it, folks, Dave, a big fan of Godzilla, so super happy that we get to be here while you open these cool cards.
Oh, God, yes.
And then to finish off the pack, it's a foil alt art Dreamtail Heron in the comic book style. It's very cool. Hey, by the way, everybody, because I didn't get to mention it at the top, and I'm a terrible person for it, and he will mention more about it at the end as well. But if you want to see more of Dave, please don't forget twitch.tv/DAM314. It will be, you're very welcome. Thank you. It will be linked down in the description box below for you. And like I said, if you want to hear more about that, Dave will happily describe that to you all in vivid detail when we have gotten to the end here.
What kind of pack was that, Joe? Was it?
That was Gem Razor on the front. Gem Razor. Also, if you opened the Godzilla variant of that, which we can talk about if and when it happens, but that would be Anguirus. Would be the alt version or the Godzilla version of the Gem Razor card. This is a Catbird token.
This is Angel Savannah.
It's adorable, is what it is.
How dare you imply that she's going to become an angel?
Look at that background, though.
Already is an angel.
She
gorgeous.
is, and she definitely doesn't ruin things in the house because of it.
Yeah. On the other side, before we look at that ferocious Tigerilla, is another human soldier.
Excellent.
This one jumping down from a flying machine of some sort.
2 more human
Like you do.
soldiers, and I have enough for a monster hunter team.
Then, as I mentioned, we have a ferocious Tigerilla. Do you want me to separate the packs when I stack them? Okay.
You can stack them.
Just wanted to make sure. Hey, look, it's a ferocious Tigerilla. It's a tiger and a gorilla. It's insert very bad Napoleon Dynamite joke here. This foiling pattern seems non-existent.
Yeah.
Right? Where's the foiling on the card besides right here?
I mean,
Like
the Tigerilla itself is such an enigma that it almost confuses the brain enough to become cross-eyed.
Its power cancels out the foiling.
I guess. This massive 4/3 creature that it is. Now this, on the other hand, is a sick-looking foil. Mutual Destruction.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I like the background. I've always loved this art just because it's like this woman, this human, is inside of this big creature's mouth and is about to slash the heck out of it. So they're in lying the mutual destruction, that one dies and then the other one dies. It's great. Ooh. It's the Lava Serpent.
I love him.
Yeah. The elemental serpent that is on MTG Arena that you can bother by knocking on the door too many times. And then it jumps out and attacks you, and it's very upset about it.
I'm definitely going to put that in a very good, expensive card case, and then subsequently throw it at people.
The Lava Serpent's mad at you.
Clicking their pen too much.
So here is a Lava Serpent, very nice. A Blossoming Sands, is that the same land that we got before? No. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it definitely is. Okay. Well, there's another foil Blossoming Sands. So there you go. You talked about a playset. Wow. A foil Parcel Beast. Look at that in foil. My goodness. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
That is awesome looking. Okay.
Deliver unto me your parcels, beast.
This card is quite good as well. Just the ability on it, it mutates for 2 and it's a 2/4. Yep. Very, very good. There is a Trumpeting Gnar in the same colors, by the way, as that Parcel Beast. And this you could play for 3. So, you know.
I'll never leave Simic.
It's very good. Trumpeting Gnar is a very good card. And this is where you get that 3/3 Beast that was the first card that we opened.
Once you draft blue-green once, you'll subsequently then forever have in the back of your head, hey, man.
Sure could be playing a blue-green deck right about now, my dude.
Be getting some of them big green smashy creatures you like and some of these nope spells.
Speaking of blue, look at this island.
We summoned it.
That is gorgeous.
Insane.
So pretty. Wow. Okay. I like that. Behind the island is your rare, or a rare, from Commander. It's a cat beast, but it is Herald of the Forgotten. If it helps you, I don't think I've ever seen this card before, because I didn't see a lot of this Commander product.
Wow.
So there you go. It's a 6/6 for 8 with flying. And when it enters, if you cast it, return any number of target permanent cards with cycling abilities from your graveyard to the battlefield.
That's disgusting.
Yes, it seems it, yes.
On the face of, like, especially God help you if you have, like, a blue deck.
Yeah. Yep.
Where cycling is the most common thing that I've run into in my experience.
Yeah, that is very, very cool. Ooh. Dave, guess what we opened?
What?
It's a borderless shock.
Voracious Great Shack. And if you know anything about the drafts and the Magic the Gathering streams on Monday on this channel, you know.
Yeah.
Good deck if you have a shock. Not necessarily going to be all that good. Not a shock.
But this is the Voracious Great Shack with the borderless art treatment. Very, very cool. And I'm sure you're very pleased to have your own big old shack.
Even more shacks.
And you talked about the nope spells. If you flash this in, you can counter an artifact or creature spell. So there you go.
Imagine this is showing the enormity of this game, where at one point you can think 5 mana for an instant. You can instantly make your opponent think, that's a big shack.
Yeah. That's right. Behind your borderless Voracious Great Shark, you have another foil rare in Labyrinth Raptor.
Nice.
Very nice. I don't love this foiling, I won't lie. The card is cool. It's a Nightmare Dinosaur with Menace, by the way. 2 mana, 2/2. Because that's a hell of a thing. And then you have a comic book alt art in Majestic Auricorn.
Oh, wow.
It's a unicorn. And then if it mutates, or whenever it mutates, you gain 4 life. Which is pretty nice.
And vigilance.
Yes.
Can't complain about being able to attack without having to then tap it.
It's true. And it itself is a 4/4, but you can mutate it onto other things, so it could be bigger, smaller, whatever. You have a Migratory Great Horn. This thing looks like it's having not the best time, maybe?
Think about this. He's going to Boca. He wants to be done being in Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
He wants to be in Boca, and he wants to get there now.
Yeah. And all these things are just in his way, and so he is migrating, and he has great horns, and so he's going to use them.
This is them in Atlantic City going, I don't care if I lost. I want to go to Boca.
So this is your Migratory Great Horn. Behind it, a Ketria Triome.
Ooh.
Very, very pretty alt art. These Triomes, by the way, are up there, like top 10 cards in the set usually, because these are great Tri-lands. Really, really good. And they have cycling, so if you draw them late game, and just because they enter tapped, you could just cycle them away and get other things instead.
But they're so beautiful. Why would you cycle them away?
Because then you could draw something that could help you win, and then this card was responsible for you winning.
No.
No.
Or we cycle it and then play our earlier friend there that brings everything you've cycled back.
Yeah, there you go.
And
Recycled.
And it goes to the battlefield. So yeah, then it would just enter
Best
the battlefield
of both
tapped.
worlds.
That's right. Absolutely correct. Behind the Triome is it? Oh my goodness! It is a foil Space Godzilla Death Corona. So
now, this card was actually recalled from Magic the Gathering Arena because of that last word.
Yep.
Space. They didn't like it. They weren't happy with it. No, because of the word Corona.
Correct. Because of when this card was released.
I think it's probably the two words Death Corona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will not lie.
It's
He has
gorgeous,
had
by the way, but
attacks with that name because of the allusions to space and things like that. But our friend Space Godzilla.
yeah, please. Tell us all about it, 'cause he's so pretty.
Debuted in the 1994 Toho Godzilla film, Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. It was a crystalline Godzilla clone kaiju that appeared subsequently and then just absolutely battered Godzilla throughout the duration of the movie.
Wow.
A terrifying monster, to be sure.
It looks it.
One that absolutely annihilated cities.
It's an 8/8 death touch, so you know. I guess they chose. They made a good choice for who was depicted here.
Yes.
Very, very awesome. Okay, and then I want to make sure I'm not cutting you off.
No.
Okay.
No.
And then last but not least, it's the foil. This thing is just terrifying. The foil alt art Porcuparrot. Why am I alive? Anyway.
I don't know. We should kill you.
That's definitely the creature that when you're a kid and you're brought to the zoo or things and they have the parrot, that's actually what you see is the guy holding a porcupine just going, do you want to see the like, no, I don't want to look at that. Oh, come on.
No, please help me. Amazing. Yeah, this is, I've always thought this art is horrifying. Like, why? It's a bird beast. Yeah, that's for damn sure.
It just reminds me of like the chimeras
from
Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
Like the science experiments, essentially.
Yeah, where they look like they hate everything that's happening to them, but they can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Or think of it this way. Just look deeply into that thing's eyes. Just hear, Jafar! You've gone too far this time, Jafar.
Oh, God, I don't want to keep looking into that thing's eyes. We have, hey, Dave, check out this Gem Razor pack that we have here.
Wow. My goodness.
This is my final pack that we get to open, and it starts with releasing the Kraken.
Joe gets to subsequently look at the list that I've pulled up of the Godzilla monsters.
Oh, there you go.
That'll be really fun.
There's the Kraken.
It's so cool.
It is very cool. And the foiling looks awesome, like all its
That's an
suction
8-8
cups.
creature token, is it not?
It sure
Because,
is.
boy, howdy, do I love the card that summons that. I love putting it out. I absolutely love making people think, are they really going to draw X amount of cards to be able to get that? And the answer is, yes, I will not.
Yep, all the good old ominous seas. Very, very fun. And then on the other side of the Kraken, by the way, before we look at this coordinated charge, is another human soldier.
I have now almost enough for a full Monster Hunter team.
There you go. I assume hopefully in these remaining 5 packs you will get another human soldier, because it seems like they're a little common. But anyway, very cool. Behind the human soldier and the Kraken, we have coordinated charge, which actually looks very pretty in foil as well.
Yes.
That whole background and like the accents on the armor and stuff. Mm-hmm. Really cool. Behind coordinated charge. Ooh.
Yes.
Look at that Frost Lynx. Look at it. It's so pretty.
I'll draft that, please.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very, very good. It's an elemental cat. So what's not to love? It's ice elemental, which is up my alley, and it's cat. So of course you love it. Very good. Hey, speaking of cats, it's a maned serval. Because it is. And you were talking about vigilance earlier. Here you go. It's a 1/4 vigilant cat for 2.
Think about that. You're then attacking every turn.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of creatures early game that can stand up to that or do anything about it. And then you're just chunk damaging.
Yeah, yeah. Really, really nice. Then you have an adventurous impulse.
Yes.
Wow, look at that background. Ooh. Wow. Very pretty in foil. Okay, I like that. Followed by a footfall crater.
I love this one.
A card is pretty good. It's got cycling as well, so of course it was used a lot in the cycling deck. But very, very nice. In foil, it's like fine. I love that the footprint is in foil, along with the water in the background.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really cool.
I can see it.
Then you have Easy Prey. But which one is the Easy Prey, you ask?
Every time I answer my phone and they talk about my car's extended warranty, every time.
Yeah. Yep. Nobody understands what you're talking about, Dave. And by that I mean, God. Actually, now that I've said it, now that I'm about to say it, it's probably going to happen more. But it hasn't happened in a little while, which I was very grateful for. But I love the mask on this thing. Yes, thank you for knocking on wood, Amy. I appreciate that. Look at the mask on this guy in foil. That looks awesome. Yeah. I like that. Okay.
What are you hiding from, pal? Shut off them games.
Yeah. Well, he's not going to have much more of an opportunity. That dino is a little upset. Like a tiny bit upset.
It's just a lizard.
It's just a lizard?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's like an iguana.
It's like an iguana. That is not like an iguana that I have ever seen before.
Several stories tall.
It's several stories tall. Hey, a foil swamp.
Swamp.
Whoa.
Actually looks sick.
Gotta go down to the swamp.
I like it. It's very, very pretty. Oh, wow. It's a mythic from Commander.
I was going to say, that is a commander that I do recognize, and not just because I have had that card rammed down my throat a couple times.
That is Calamax the Stormsire, which you can cast with that, I think, Ketria Triome that you got earlier.
Yes.
Very, very cool.
Nice.
Its mood changes with the weather and vice versa. Awesome. I love that. Very cool. And yes, this can be your commander, or it could just be in the deck. Wow. Here's another Labyrinth Raptor for you. This one, borderless. Kind of, yeah. Interesting. Okay. I mean, you could make a menace deck with it, I suppose. Wouldn't be the worst thing.
Nothing more fun than putting out one creature and making your opponent have to wade through to decide whether they want to block your damage.
That's true. That's true. Wow. This one actually might be... Yeah, this one might be some money. I mean, we're about to rotate out of standard, but this one was big in standard while it was legal. Or while it is still legal, technically. It is still technically legal. But yeah, very, very good card, Emergent Ultimatum. I have lost to this many times. It's very good. It looks pretty cool in foil as well. Another Huntmaster Liger. Okay, we saw it earlier. It's more cats for you. Another Dreamtail Heron. This one non-foil, if that's relevant.
Can't complain. Cards that I'll definitely see myself using in deck formats and things like that.
Yeah.
Although I will ask people watching the video, do you prefer playing a draft format, or do you like playing what is the official term for
Constructed.
Constructed. What's your preference? I'm more of a draft person. What about you guys?
Yeah. Oh, us. We are 100% limited players, so draft or sealed, cube even. But yeah, answer Dave's question in the comments down below. Whoa!
Nice.
Alt art, borderless, Luca, Copper Coat Outcast. Planeswalker. Very nice. Congratulations.
Copper coat.
You don't?
No.
Okay. I think that's just the coat that he's wearing. I'd say it's copper colored.
No.
No, it's not. My mistake. Or their mistake, I suppose. But yeah, there you go. You got a Planeswalker.
Can't ever complain about pulling mythics.
Yeah.
Ever.
You got 2 mythics in this pack too, because you got the commander one as well. Very nice. And then I guess your Godzilla variant is next, I think? No, I'm wrong. It's your Triome. No, I was right. It's Destroya.
Oh, yeah.
Destroya, perfect life form, by the way.
Now, this one debuted in the film Godzilla vs. Destroya. Surprise, surprise. Although I will say, surprisingly, not an ally of Space Godzilla.
Huh.
Considering its origins in the space-looking sort of things. It is actually the incarnation of the Oxygen Destroyer, the chemical weapon used to kill the original Godzilla in 1954.
Whoa.
Then the weapon was detonated at the bottom of Tokyo Bay. It revived a colony of Precambrian crustaceans trapped in the strata, and the resulting anaerobic conditions caused the creatures to undergo an abnormal path of mutation and evolution until finally coming to the surface in 1996.
That's so cool.
Shabam. Yeah. This is another interesting enemy of Godzilla. Threw him around quite a bit during the films because this was in the era for Heisei. Let me know in the comments down below if I'm mispronouncing the film studio, and I apologize, but it was around when films needed to have a little bit more action, or at least these things. And, you know, Godzilla himself kind of plotted in the first couple films, but now was doing flips and other such tricks, and like the Tony of Hawks.
Yeah. All right, so then behind Destroya is... Whoa! First of all, I have always disliked this alt art a lot. Yeah. It's very gross. But you have it in foil, and Dave was talking about liking Simic, so there you go. It's your Trumpeting Gnar.
Oh, yeah.
Alt art foil.
Look at him trumpeting.
He's definitely doing something, that's for sure.
You said these were bottomless fries.
So, yeah, hey, you guys are definitely tired of seeing my snotty old hands. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why. I needed a word there, an adjective, and I went with snotty because, you know, when you're opening valuable cards for a friend, you definitely make sure that your hands are all nice and snotty before you do. It's just rude not to. Yeah, exactly.
Wipe your nose and all of its contents.
We did our customary eating of Cheetos and Doritos, and then yeah,
that's right. Made sure to actively scratch our butts, and then came back.
Otherwise, what's the point?
Exactly. I couldn't agree more. But we are going to play a little bit of musical chairs, and we'll be back in just 1 second. Okay, and so as promised, here are Dave is here, I should say, and he has 4 packs to open. Spoilers, this one has Gem Razor on it. Wow. Wow. Wowie, wow.
Fascinating, I know.
No way.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow.
Well,
packs are over, ladies and gentlemen.
We did it. We did it. It's a shock.
It's a shack. And if you have ever seen me during streams, type in that in chat. Shack.
It's a shiny shack.
That's
All
right.
So now we're gonna, you know what? I'm gonna turn this around so even I don't see
There you go.
what it is. And we got another one of them humans.
Another human soldier.
Human soldiers. It's a 1/1. It'll take out your trash if you pay it.
Pretty much. It's got all that power and toughness of a human.
And our first card is a very sweet, very nice 6/6.
Honey Mammoth.
Ah.
Very nice.
When it enters the battlefield, I would gain 4 life, and for 6, I like it.
It's a 6/6 elephant. Very, very good.
Ooh.
A Swiftwater Cliffs.
Not to be confused with the Stillwater Cliffs, where you can get your drinking water.
That's right. Very cool colors on that one. I like that a lot.
I like that the... I'm reminded of the Weatherlight, just to age
Sure.
my Magic the Gathering era I come from. But I like the almost Weatherlight. It's just a dirigible, you jerk. I got it. Who's your favorite member of the Weatherlight crew? Let me know in the comments.
Yeah. There you go. You dare come on a stream of Vorthos and ask questions about the story? How could you? Hey, look, it's another... Oh, no, it's a flyer. I was like, it's a Dreamtail Heron. It's not. I took a quick glance. It is a Wingfold Terran.
Now, this one is the one that I do enjoy because if you don't need a flyer, or if you've got a lot of action going on, you can instead choose to make it hexproof.
Correct.
Oh.
And the foiling
very good.
really helps the uplift in the picture.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I do love that. That's cool.
Hooray! It's the Aegis Turtle.
Now, when you're drafting, not necessarily the card you want to see, but
Says you.
if you're playing an arena and you love giving Joe just a small migraine, you take 6 of these.
The first one's always good, and by always I mean, you know, if there's nothing else in the pack in your colors.
That turtle will 05 somewhere else. Then.
It's a nice piece of foiled art.
Yes,
You hang it on your wall or throw it on a shower curtain.
There you go.
know,
A shower curtain. Nice.
It's ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
You might not put it in your magic deck, but you know.
Ooh, interesting. A Savai Crystal in foil. Very fancy. So this is the mana rock version of the Trilands that we've been seeing, the Triomes, in fact, that we've been seeing. But here's the
We're looking at
Will of the All Hunter.
Ooh.
So that is, I believe, Snapdax. So we saw the Blitz of the Thunder Raptor. This is the Will of the All Hunter, and so it's got Snapdax on it. A Plains.
a foil plains.
Good old basic land.
Wow. That's real nice.
Yeah.
I love the teeth rock structures
In the background
here
stuff?
that kind of disappear with the foiling and reappear.
It's very cool. Ah, it's your commander card, your rare Verge Rangers. Human Scouts.
Can look at the top card of my library at any time.
There you go.
Interesting.
You're not gonna sing the Power Rangers theme song?
YouTube gets upset because I'm just too good at singing.
Oh, that's true.
That's okay. I will go somewhere else and
There you go. You did it. Oh, look, it's a borderless Whirlwind of Thought. With, I'm going to embarrass myself here. That is Narset, and I did not embarrass myself because I knew it the whole time. Duh. It's Narset on the card, obviously.
Obvi.
boy howdy.
Is-
I don't know about you guys, but that whole whenever you cast a non-creature spell, draw a card, that seems like something that will get me in trouble.
Yeah, it can. It can definitely get people in trouble. Ooh, another foil Genesis Ultimatum. Interesting.
Look at that beauty.
It's very pretty. Very, very pretty.
Yeah.
You have your alt art, or your comic book art, Cloud Piercer.
Love him.
He likes
very
you,
cool.
Amy.
He likes you. It looks very cool in alt art.
Looking over at Amy, he's like, "Hey, thanks."
I love both the art versions of Cloud Piercer.
Yeah. It's pretty good. It's a shock.
I think if we don't at this point now have every single reference to Shock,
You are missing one big important one.
But it's a pink shark.
It's gorgeous.
Shock.
That art is insane. Definitely one of the best, in my opinion, of the comic book alt arts. Very, very good.
Meh.
Wow. All right, fine. I see how it is.
I like the land ones better.
Sure.
Amy's more of
That's-
less of a Hammerhead fan and more of a.
That's fair. And we have Cub Warden. This card is incredible. I love this card. But the art is cool too. It's
I
Cub
like
Warden.
it.
Yeah.
I love it, and I want more of it.
But
Hey,
instead, you're going to get more of Godzilla Primeval Champion.
very nice.
Is there something I should be? I mean, it's just Godzilla, right? So I don't know what I would.
So yeah, you can pick any era Godzilla. Do you wanna just talk about the first one, his first appearance?
Sure, I can. Oh, I think I may.
You just hit the movie, but that's okay.
Just clicked on the movie. Let's go like this and like that. Did I do it? Nope.
So
Awesome.
Godzilla first appearing
Okay.
in the
I figured it out.
1954 film under the same name. This more of an appearance of the later eras of Godzilla, with the fact that the arms are a little bit longer, the spikes more pronounced, and the fact that the city is truly getting wrecked into. Also, dead giveaway is the military vehicles flying around in the background there. Clearly not early era things, but Godzilla first appearing in the 1954 film, and then subsequently terrorizing that poor country of Japan forevermore.
Yeah.
An 11/11 for 9 with trample. You can cycle it for 2. Why not have it in your deck? No, seriously, put it in your deck. Make magic, make more Godzilla cards. Make old Dave happy. And our last card.
I'll look at him. It's another Migratory Greathorn, but this one in foil, because I don't believe your last one was.
Blah.
It's
Okay.
not.
Very good.
This one's shiny.
Which means, Dave, you better open that next Gem Razor pack
Let's see. Ooh, another beast token.
that you get from the Nar, correct? The trumpeting Nar.
Nar. And let's see. Aha!
It's a human soldier.
Human.
What a
Know it would be
surprise.
there.
Human. The most powerful creature in all of gaming.
Yeah, in all of nothing.
Another coordinated charge.
In
Coordinated
foil?
charge
Yep.
in foil.
Yep.
Got all them jewels that are definitely not bogging you down there, warrior guy. Read the room.
Exactly. That's why it needs to be in the coordinated charge. It's another Frostlings.
Nice.
Okay.
Can never have too many of those.
Gorgeous.
Except if it's over 4.
Hey, look, a main serval. This pack looks oddly familiar. A main serval. An adventurous. An adventurous impulse.
we have.
Very nice.
Again, not going to complain because these are all cards that I will definitely see myself putting in a pack and playing with.
There's a new one.
Ooh.
It's the Chittering Harvester.
Now, look at this guy. He just wants a cup of sugar.
Yeah, he wants you to sacrifice your creatures. Is what he wants.
Exactly. Wants you to open that door, give him a cup of sugar, and then let him...
Have his way with your creatures.
yeah.
Oh, God.
That's right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A card that I have had over the years in many different forms. And boy, howdy, the first time I looked at this, did anybody else at a young age look and go, now why would I ever summon a 0 for 0 creature? I'm going to get absolutely eviscerated with this thing.
It is the Ivy Elemental. Yeah, this card sucks. It's a 0/0.
It is the worst. Foiling's pretty good. I like that it kind of bounces off the moon in the background.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're seeing another Ivy-related Godzilla monster in later packs. But for now, we'll mosey on to them mountains.
It's, I think you had that mountain earlier as well.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there you go, another foil mountain.
Boy, am I actually probably going to be using all the D&D lands going forward. Just the flavor text on each of the lands really,
Yes.
for me, does it. But I don't know about you folks watching at home.
Very
Do you
cool.
prefer the symbol? Do you prefer the full art? Do you prefer the flavor text? Do you not play lands in your deck? How do you play your deck without lands? Let us know.
Yeah. Oh, you have your commander card in Avenging Hunt Bonder.
So
another human.
3/3 double strike. When it attacks, put a double strike counter on another target attacking creature.
That seems busted as hell. Okay.
And that's why it's in Commander.
I love this art.
Do you?
I really do, and I've never seen it before because it's one of the Commander ones.
Right.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just really love it.
It looks very traditional, I would say.
Okay, maybe
They are just putting those cards in because they know that, by God, if you play Commander, you already have a migraine and you are willing to scream about turns that have already passed. Don't get me wrong, I love playing Commander. I'll play Commander. If you're watching this video, let us know. I'll go to your town.
Ooh, a borderless hunted nightmare.
Yes.
Very nice. I love that. The art on that card is a lot better than the ability on it. Let me just say that.
But it's a 4/5 for Menace for 3.
I know. And if only it didn't give one of your opponent's creatures death touch.
But then it wouldn't be hunted.
Exactly.
It would be in a
Free?
deck.
You have a borderless foil removal spell in Extinction Event.
Now,
actually looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it really does.
boy, do board wipes feel bad.
Well,
Unless you're the one doing it. Oh. And I love odd or even, because boy howdy, can you flummox people who can't do math.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's literally why, in parentheses, it usually says, it doesn't there, does it?
Nope,
Interesting.
because they don't want you to figure it out.
In parentheses, on cards like that, it typically says 0 is even, because sometimes you need to know those things.
Oh, wow. Do people not know that?
Depends on the person.
Ooh.
It's the alt art parcel beast. So you got the foil one before, and now you see the alt art version as well. The comic book alt art.
Love it.
Very cool.
You could take or leave it.
Interesting.
More for my Simics Law.
Yeah, there you go. Behind it, a Lore Dracus comic book art. Also gorgeous.
Lizard Beast. Look at the size of that tongue.
Right?
I love that one.
Gene Simmons would be jealous.
Gross. And then
Richard Simmons.
you have another alt art Ketria Triumph. This was the first
So far, these are really working in my colors for my Godzilla deck.
There you go.
5-color good stuff. Here we come.
Then, speaking of Godzilla,
Ooh,
it is Bio Quartz Godzilla.
BioQuartz Space Godzilla. Now this,
Oh, thank you.
an
Sorry.
alternate form of Space Godzilla. We did subsequently already chat about Space Godzilla, so we won't go
okay.
too much into detail about this creature, but just know that Space Godzilla had a couple different forms, because when you come back for other films and other appearances, you got to trim the hair, you got to adjust the appearance so that the monster can once again be big and smashy and threatening, as opposed to everyone going, "Didn't you die?" and the monster going, Cloud Piercer.
Oh, and a foil alt art Cloud Piercer as well.
Nice.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
cool. Okay, I like that. Well, you've got 2 more packs to go for yourself, and then, of course, they're all your packs, so then you will have the one that Amy opens with that, whatever it's called, high-octane booster experience.
Supercharged booster experience, sir.
High-octane.
Supercharged. By the way, people, have you clicked like on this video yet? You haven't. You haven't commented yet? I'll wait just a minute.
Thank you, Dave. Always caring about our engagement. We really, really appreciate it. Always, hey folks, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. Hey, it's Catbird.
Catbird, judging you for not having subscribed yet.
It's
Disappointed.
Totally free. Hey, it's a human soldier. What a surprise.
Catbird.
That art is great in foil.
Yeah,
It
Catbird's
really
great in
is.
foil. Really, really cool.
Meow.
Something about like a bright, sunny, light blue sky translates really well to foil.
I agree.
Yeah.
Very cool looking.
Yeah.
Very cool. It's a helica glider.
Now, I've heard this expression before. Nightmare squirrel?
Yeah.
You ever got a squirrel loose in an enclosed space? Boom.
Then it does become that nightmare squirrel.
Grr,
That's correct.
grr.
Hey!
Oh, nice.
There's the other Cloud Piercer art that Amy likes, and it's in foil. I was kind of hoping we'd see
Now
it
it's
today.
now it's a jawing over at Joe.
Ooh, you have another human in the Lurking Deadeye.
An assassin with flash. Ooh.
Correct.
This is nice. You're getting some like new stuff in this.
That's right, yeah. kinda
Yeah.
Like the other one, there was like a lot of duplicates.
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
Ooh.
Ah, you have your friend Luca that you got earlier on this card. Go for blood.
But stay for the content.
Another human in Dusk Fang Mentor.
Ah, she's really good.
Yeah, so this is one of the mentor cycle. There are a couple of them, and all of them basically come down and then put a counter of a particular ability onto a non-human creature. And then you can tap mana, tap the human, and put +1/+1 counters on all of your creatures that have whatever that particular ability is.
Wow.
Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Then you have a Necropanther in foil as well.
Cat not mar. Blarg.
Lots of nightmare cards. Maybe we'll see the companion that cares about all these cats and nightmares and things like that.
Boots and cats and boots and cats.
Nice. Here's another swamp, a different art from the swamp that you got previously. Very pretty.
Yeah.
Very pretty. Ah, you have Kazur, Ruthless Stalker. Again, a creature I'm unfamiliar with, or a card that I'm unfamiliar with, but it is a mythic from the Commander set, which is nice.
And you partner it with Ukima Stalking Shadow.
That's right. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. And that typically means that Ukima that you would partner this with has some way of making sure that it hits your opponent, like it's like unblockable or something like that, because they work very well together. So
Well, my commander deck is going to be monstrous.
here is a companion. I was talking about companions. It's not the one I mentioned. It is Gruul, yes, Amy. It's hybrid Gruul, so it's not exactly, but yeah. It is a borderless Gigantha the Wellspring. Companion cards, notably nerfed in what companion cards can do or how you use them, because they were way too broken. So they had to errata the entire way that the companion mechanic worked, because they were too good. Wow. So, before we have a full discussion on this art, the artist who drew this art is not someone who you should be happy about seeing art from. He no longer makes art on Magic cards. And so, while I have very strong opinions on how that art looks, I'm going to refrain. Because I respect human beings too much. So, I will...
Bye.
It was a borderless... The card itself, I can say, borderless Song of Creation. And that is great. You have another Alt Art Dreamtail Heron.
Oh, yeah.
Another Alt Art Parcel Beast. Very cool comic
This one
book
just seems stinky. All them sweat vibes coming on. It's just been from the gym, just trying to
Gross.
impress.
And then a Rogrin Triumph. That's a new Triumph for you.
Nice.
In Alt Art, of course. And I think it's time It is Godzilla, King of Monsters.
Oh yeah. Now this more a timeless look. Godzilla using the blast breath weapon that everyone knows and loves, and definitely isn't terrified of. 7/3 for 5. Trample. Okay.
It's Gruul, so Amy loves it.
But this whole lethal damage dealt to creatures you control is determined by their power rather than their toughness.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's hedging its bets.
It's a 7/7 then, basically, is what that says.
It's hedging its bets. It knows.
Yeah.
And then your final card is a foil alt art Necropanther. I love that its eyes are in foil.
Meow.
Meow. Very nice. Very, very cool.
Imagine seeing that in the darkness at night.
No, thank you. I don't need to imagine that. Hey, Dave.
Boy eyes.
Yeah.
Do you have a guess as to what creature is depicted on the front of this pack that you're opening?
I'm going to guess.
Okay,
All right.
go ahead. Yes, guess.
I'm going to guess
Yep.
that it is a powered up
That would be
1/1 human creature token.
so close. It's actually a supercharged booster experience.
My God.
It is the Gem Raiser on this pack, where you open yet another gorgeous cat bird token in foil. And I'll give you 2 guesses what's on the back of it.
Is it Marcus? Is Marcus here?
Yes. It is a human soldier.
Marcus, if you want this, just let me know in the comments. I'll mail it to you.
Behind it, you get a Thwart the Enemy. God, this card is bad, but that art looks great in foil. It's just a bad card, I'm sorry. Turbo Fog decks, I apologize. But
Hey. Hey.
hey, look, it's Unexpected Fangs. See, look at how unexpected it is to that big creature. That little
Who in
guy's-
life hasn't had that moment where you think it's a small and you think it bites like a big?
Yeah, he's bleeding a lot.
Yeah.
The Greater Sandworm.
I love them.
You do?
Better than the lesser sandworm.
He's looking like he's eating those birds, so of course you like him.
And this one's able to come to the Christmas parties, unlike Uncle Sandworm. That's right. That's right. DAM314 on Twitch.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Hey, guess what? Scoured Barrens. You've gotten a number of those dual lands.
Another foil chittering harvester trying to join us.
Yeah. He's like sneaking out of his cave. He's like, hey!
Coming out of my cave and I've been doing just fine.
But
I
also,
was just thinking he's probably just really sad about how large his hands are. You know? I'm getting like a Edward Scissorhand kind of vibe.
Sure.
You know, like
that's why he makes you so. Well, no, I'm not. Definitely not going there. Never mind. Anyway, hey, move on to the next card. Holy shit!
Hey!
Very nice.
Yes, a foil.
Yeah, so you get your foil Omnises, which means now you can be super flavorful and make a foil 8/8 Kraken with your foil Omnises.
yeah.
Very, very nice.
You know what I really like about Ominous Seas?
What's that?
If you manage to get 8 foreshadow counters on it, you can then subsequently hang out till you get 8 more.
Correct.
Like,
That's absolutely great.
boy, how does that feel good?
Trust me, people can check out on this channel. We have done it before. We have done it more than once on one Omnises. Yeah, it definitely happens. Especially in a blue deck where, they have card draw spells and stuff. So,
Yeah.
pretty good. Hey, speaking of blue, it's another one of these islands.
We'll need to fire this through to get our Kraken creatures.
That's correct.
So pretty.
Another
Hey!
Herald of the Forgotten.
Nice.
It's a little expensive, but now you can play more than one if you wanted to. Ooh, nice one, Dave.
Ooh.
You have a borderless Yorian Sky Nomad, a very good companion. This was one, you know they're good when even after they were nerfed, they still got played. So,
Yeah.
Your starting deck contains at least 20 cards more than the minimum deck size.
Right. So in limited, you would have to have a 60-card deck instead of a 40 as your minimum. And if you were in constructed, you would have to have an 80-card deck instead of 60. But then this could be your companion. And then for 5 mana, you could play a 4/5 flyer that when it enters, you can basically flicker all of your stuff and bring it back at the end of your turn. And as much of your stuff as you would like. And then any of them that have entered the battlefield effects, or if they've had like pacifisms or those types of like negative enchantments put on them, those fall away, and then you get your creatures back and all their abilities reactivate. It did some very busted things in both limited and standard.
Take that, white-blue control.
That's right. Yorian, very, very good card. Nicely done. Jesus, another Genesis Ultimatum in foil. That is 3 of this rare in foil.
No, Joe. Jesus is on a different card.
Yeah, that's right. Jesus wasn't around in Genesis. That was way early in the story.
He wasn't around in them chapters.
It's a majestic oracorn again. Yeah, I gotta get my continuity straight. I apologize.
Oh, man.
Showing off that hashtag Christian pride. Okay, I'm stopping. Hey, it's a Migratory Greathorn as well. A Savai Triome. That's 4, I think, of the 5 Triomes.
That is gorgeous.
Look at them crystals.
Really good looking.
Pluck them up, take them home.
Which means I think it's time.
Hey!
It's another baby Godzilla.
Another baby Godzilla. Can't complain.
Look at how cute it is.
Can have more than one of them in a deck, then have him have his face wrecked,
Yeah.
and then I feel too bad because I know that I'll have a playset of him.
You could also mutate onto him, but then you wouldn't get to see him anyway, so.
Yeah, that's okay. There's a reason that he's subsequently disappeared from a lot of the films.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's so cute.
And then you have a foil Migratory Greathorn
We now have over a playset of Migratory Greathorns.
in alt art. Fancy.
Yeah, I think almost all of them, if not all of them, were alt art.
Well, because again, otherwise it would be the regular just in foil, so I don't think we saw any of those.
No.
But yeah, hey, guess what, everybody? We're going to do a little bit of musical chairs just one more time, and then we will be back with the final Supercharged Booster Experience opening.
Like and subscribe.
Okay, and for the final pack, the 8th and final pack, it is time for the Supercharged Booster Experience.
Now, while Amy has to go through this packaging, I will say that that pack was actually purchased like 2 months after the rest of these cards were purchased. This showed up as if by fate in my local big box store. And on the back, there's a sticker that says "Do not backstock," because that pack had apparently been put in the back to be sent or back somewhere, and then was not allowed to. I think it has to do with the fact that it was bent and thrown a boot,
Yeah.
It's very bent.
but it's supercharged. I mean, can you feel it?
Yes, I can.
Also, as we've discussed in this channel many times in the past, Amy, very aware of the fact that it's not always super easy for you to open packs. And so sometimes you ask me for help. And so I said before we started, have fun with this one, because this was always... These blister packs were always an interesting experience for me.
Are they harder?
I mean, in my opinion, yes.
You just have fun trying to get in there.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you got right in there with no issue.
Wow, okay.
What is
Look
happening?
at that. Way to go. You're feeling the supercharged essence of it. Yeah. Now you just have to get in the pack itself.
It's so
Spoilers.
supercharged.
We didn't talk about
I'll
it.
wait for
There's a gem razor on the front. Go ahead.
A what?
Thought it was going to be something real.
It was. People need to know what that art is from.
Look, Dave.
Oh, it's a sign. It's a shack.
The foil
This,
shack.
I'm not gonna lie, folks. This has been well worth the over a year of collecting these packs and then waiting to open them.
We're very glad that you waited to open them with us. It's an honor, I assure you.
And this is beautiful.
Very nice.
Who doesn't love a flying shark?
If there's not a human on the back of that card, I
There was on the
will
last
purchase
one.
you your own YouTube subscription.
That free thing that they have for all of us, that's fine. It is a human soldier token.
Human.
Very nice. There you go. And so behind that human soldier, you have another maned serval. We've seen plenty of those. That's the third, I think, of this maned serval that we've seen.
Yeah.
Another adventurous impulse. That's the third of those as well.
And this one's foil. In person, you can really see the foiling. On the camera, it's a little tough to see.
It's very bright in person, too, if I... Yeah.
It's like very pink.
Dun, dun.
And on camera, it's like white.
Yeah.
So you can't really tell.
Yeah. Very cool.
Okay.
It's a corpse churn.
Nice.
Is this one that you got before?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
think so.
No,
I
no.
think this is a...
It's unique. It's
Yeah.
new.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's an experience.
Oh, yes.
A supercharged experience.
do you feel it, Amy?
Wow.
Do you feel the supercharge?
I don't. I'll be honest with you. Then you have a hampering snare. Look at that. It's fancy.
Enjoy your biggin creature until
It's got slime on it.
Yeah,
it gets -2, -0 till end of turn.
that's right. And then it's only slightly smaller.
It was on Double Dare.
Just because you got trample and double
Figure it
strike.
out.
Yeah. Figure it out. Wow.
I loved that show.
So did I. It was a great show. I'm just saying, we're showing our age a little bit, too.
Yeah, well, we do that in every one of these.
That's true. Hey, it's an exuberant wolf bear.
Ooh.
You know what that wolf bear does?
No.
It makes those 1/1 humans into 4/4s.
Whoa.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Does that mean they get their own wolf bar?
No, I assume it just means that they hop onto the back of the wolf bear. But, you know, I could be wrong.
Everybody on the wolf bear, we're going to Denny's.
He looks so
To Denny's.
cozy, doesn't he?
That looks like a very comfy ride.
Yes.
So fluffy.
I'd imagine that's how Appa would feel.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Except if I said yip yip to the
was
wolf
just-
bear, it would probably be a very bad time.
Yeah, it would probably yip at you and just bite you instead. Oh, wow. You have a
nice.
momentum
Yes.
ring. Look at that.
Look at that.
Gorgeous. I like that in foil a lot.
Yeah.
A planes. New planes art, I believe. I
Yeah.
don't think we've seen that yet tonight.
So different on the camera. Stop.
Stop it, cards.
Whoa.
It
Look
is.
at that one.
It is a fierce guardianship from Commander.
That's so cool.
That is gorgeous art too.
This one's
That
not
effect
foil.
is
No, it's the
amazing.
none of the Commander ones are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, none of the Commander ones have been in foil because they're cards that you would not have been able to open in Ikoria proper, so they don't need to give it to you special as your supercharged booster experience.
Shisha.
It is very electric.
It's the most electrifying card in all of Commander.
This would probably be a gorgeous foil, too.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Right?
Because I don't know that it was. I guess because it was printed in Commander, I would imagine it is not available in foil.
How dare.
Yeah, I know.
Assholes.
Yeah. Wow. Anyway, there is your final shark reference card, Dave. It is the Shock Typhoon.
Well,
Look at it.
it was fate that
And all
I should
its
come
glory.
onto your channel and get to use the word shock at least once a pack.
And there it is. And by the way, that is where you get those shark tokens from that you were opening. And this is your borderless Shock Typhoon. By the way, Shark Typhoon, a very good card. Very good. And Magic
Look
the
at that
Gathering's
hammerhead.
Magic the Gathering's answer to
Sharknado.
Sharknado, thank you. I genuinely had put it out of my mind because it actually frustrates me a little that that's a thing. But not the movies, the card reference. And especially because it's very playable and very good. But I'm nonetheless very glad that you got it because
It's cool.
it completes your Shock collection from this particular set, which is great. Really, really great.
Yeah.
It's another Emergent Ultimatum. This one, I believe the last one was a foil, but not a borderless. So this is a borderless foil Emergent Ultimatum, which is very, very
It
cool.
looks so cool.
It is very cool. Nicely done.
Okay.
Then you have an auspicious
Yes.
Starix.
How many times has that creature saved me in so many formats?
Yeah, it's very good. It's a great, great card. I like it a lot. And I like the alt art too. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, me too. I feel like I don't remember having seen this one before.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
I feel like I barely even really ever see the Auspicious Sterix in its regular art.
It's very good. I enjoy it. Aw, it's a porcupine. Please.
Please!
Put me out of my misery.
Yeah. Let me die.
Isn't there someone you can call back?
This poor, poor creature.
It's really quite hideous.
It's very not okay.
Let us know your porcupine opinions in the comments down below. We would love to know. What do you think about it? What would you feed that?
Ooh, I'm curious about what this next card's going to be.
Smelly bird. Smelly bird.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's Illuna Apex of Wishes. It's your mythic alt art, big old legendary monster-y thing. That's so cool.
Is this one of the Godzillas?
No.
No,
Oh, dang. I'm sorry.
that's totally okay.
Yeah.
It's
this
very
is
cool.
Cool
Yes.
it is. Yeah, that's just one of the comic book alt arts. I'm the face you made. I wasn't trying to make fun of you. I'm just letting you know.
What's it holding?
A wish?
The whole world in its paw.
It's an Apex of Wishes, so maybe it's a wish.
That's a weird looking wish.
It sure
Please
is.
stop showing us porcupine.
But you asked about the Godzilla variant. That would be the next card.
Hey! Where there's one, there's two, there's three Baby Godzilla appearances in films.
Jesus.
And here we go.
Wow. That's a lot of Baby Godzilla for
I
one
enjoy,
video.
by the way, the creature type is frog.
Yes. Because it's the Polywog symbiote that they made into Baby Godzilla. And so your final card is is another foil Migratory Greathorn alt art, comic book art. Good lord.
I was really hoping we would find something awesome in here.
I mean, hey, he got the
I'm sorry. I got a Sharknado.
yeah, Shark Typhoon.
The apex of wishes so I
Yeah.
can keep that parrot away from my family.
True.
I'm
true.
coming for you.
Realistically, there's nothing more important than that.
I really like the Momentum Wrangler. The Exuberant Wolf Bear, first of all.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah.
It's very good. So this pack alone,
Yeah.
but then just like the Death Corona card, for example, that definitely will never, ever get reproduced.
Yeah, that's a very
any
good point.
format.
Yeah.
Is a good history thing to have. I now have Baby Godzillas that I can put in the spokes of my bike and clickety clack down to my local TCG and pick up some more Ominous Seas and more more tokens.
In fact, I'm going to just reach my arm right over here because I don't mind that I'm being rude. Because I figure, what better way to close out this video? Amy, if you could help me out by zooming in on this friend back here for me, I would appreciate it greatly. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. So, hey, this was a hell of a thing. Dave, congratulations on all the awesome things that you opened
Yes,
today.
thank you guys.
Also, I have to say, I've seen you open some product previously on your Twitch channel. Could you give us some more information about where other people might be able to go to see you opening? Jesus. To be able to see you opening more things, more magic stuff, or more importantly, any of the other wonderful things that you do.
Oh, why, thank you. I stream on a weekly basis on my own personal, can't gonna whisper it because it's on YouTube, but on Twitch over at DAM, those are my initials, 314. That's my channel. I have a very active community, and we are up for gaming and a lot of fun. Quite a few Magic the Gathering players and variety streams, variety gaming, but we are easily coerced into playing things, and a community that can definitely help be a third if you are playing an Apex or a fifth if you just need to round out the numbers to play something tabletop related.
That's right. It was any time that we are lucky enough and fortunate enough to be on your channel for whatever, whether it is from here and because of the current times or the recent times,
The death corona.
Yeah, exactly. Or even before that, and hopefully soon to come, being present with you when we are gaming and things like that. Always a blast. The
Yes.
Garnted Cult, as Dave's following is known, colloquially.
Oh yeah. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. It's been in the punch bowl for a while. It's not good. It's definitely gone off. No one's gonna throw it out.
It's very tepid, but yeah. You think it's worth risking it, but it's definitely not. But yeah, they are an amazing group of individuals, so you should definitely go check it out. As Dave said, twitch.tv/DAM314. As I said, it should be linked down in the description box below for you. You should go over there and follow, which is completely free to do. And then if you have the means and you enjoy Dave and the things that he does, you can always do the fun subscribing and etc. But that is up to you once you get over there and check out all the great things that Dave is doing over there. So obviously, Dave, thank you so much for joining us. This was an absolute blast. I'm sorry that it took so long. Not that I had any control over a global pandemic whatsoever. No matter how much I tell myself that I do.
Well worth the extra year of waiting, and so much fun, and so much more fun coming in the future. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to ring that bell so you get notified every time we go live. You get videos. And my God, participate.
That's right. And hey, if you want to see more of Dave on this channel, if you ask nicely down in the comments below, as Dave was mentioning, it'll give me more of a reason to harass him to come over more.
And we always need that.
Exactly. So, genuinely, again, thank you, Dave, for joining us.
Well, thank you.
Thank you all for watching. We really hope that you all enjoyed. As again, we would love to hear from you about anything that we talked about today in the comments down below. Amy, what'd you think of the openings today?
Great.
Really cool.
Yeah,
right?
I love that most of these are foil.
Yeah.
Like, it's just great.
If they weren't so expensive, we would probably open more on this channel.
In fact,
but
I'm gonna try to show off the foiling on this one a little bit. Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
There we go.
Gorgeous. Really cool. So don't forget, as Dave mentioned, we are live on this channel as well, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time every Monday and Friday. If you're a fan of Magic the Gathering, that is our Monday streams. And then Fridays, we play random video games. This Friday, we will actually be returning to Marvel's Avengers because they just released last week or 2 weeks ago the new update for the War for Wakanda. So with Wakanda Forever in mind, we will definitely be there. Nice.
Yeah.
It's the shack.
More shacks.
So, thank you all once again. And for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
And we're joined by...
Dave Mann.
And there you go. And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.